What's happening, guys? This is the Grandmaster of Faster, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Trading Card Game. Before we get started, please be sure to drop a like or comment below and subscribe to my channel. Every one of those helps. 3 Grandmasters have been defeated, and only one is left standing. Their leader, Rod. Here we go! Round 4 against Grandmaster Rod, who uses the Legendary Dragonite deck. Much as it was with the case of Jack, I'm also going to be using my Lightning Pokemon deck for this duel, because I need cards that can hit hard and fast. The thing about Rod is that he can either be really easy or incredibly difficult. There's one thing you have to keep in mind when dueling him. The longer the duel goes on, the more it will benefit him in the long run. Dragons are the name of the game in his deck. Dratini and Dragonair resist psychic Pokemon, whereas Dragonite resists fighting types. Furthermore, they have no weaknesses. The good news is that his Pokemon don't do a great job of covering their weaknesses. That being said, you can't really play the weakness and resistance game with Rod because he's got so many types of Pokemon in his deck. Now, when I was a young 10-year-old and I played this game for the very first time, I was hoping that his deck would center around Mewtwo, because, well, Mewtwo was the final challenge in Red, Blue, and Yellow, so how appropriate would it be if the same held true for the trading card game? Sadly, my prayers went unanswered. Although I can kind of understand why they decided to make Dragonite the legendary Pokemon, because Psychics did have a reputation for being broken in Gen 1, and the same sort of held true with the trading card game, seeing as how they were only weak against themselves. Well, I don't know. Food for thought. In the meantime, I have to find some way of getting rid of this Kangaskhan, but Snorlax isn't powered up enough yet. Rod really likes to use both Kangaskhan and Lapras to stall while he builds up his Dratini and Magikarp on the bench. I would highly recommend putting in a lot of Gust of Wind cards, because you'll want to take out Rod's basic Pokemon ASAP. If they evolve, then you're pretty much screwed. And I just need one more energy before I can send in Snorlax for the kill. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of time to set up. I really wish I had a Magneton card. Well, a Lightning Energy will do. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my switch to bring in Snorlax and attack with Body Slam. There we go. He'll also use Kangaskhan's Fetch to run through his deck in an attempt to get his stronger evolution cards. And speaking of evolution, I should probably take the time to talk about his Legendary Dragonite card. Dragonite, in my opinion, is the least dangerous of the 4 cards, and that's because it's a Stage 2 Pokemon. When it is put into play, it will activate its Healing Wind Pokemon power, which will heal 20 damage from all of Rod's Pokemon. And much like Dragonair, it also has Slam, but it's obviously more powerful. I think it deals 40 damage for each heads you get, so it's pretty brutal. If you see any Dratinis on his bench, I would highly recommend that you use Gust of Wind to ferret them out and get rid of them. Keep in mind, his basic Pokemon, aside from Lapras and Kangaskhan, don't have a lot of HP. So if you have a deck that can strike hard and fast, you should be in good shape. And so far, Snorlax is delivering, and I have no objections. But as I said earlier, disappointed at the fact that Mewtwo wasn't chosen to be the 4th legendary card, but I guess that Dragonite was the next best candidate, so they decided, we might as well do that. I mean, Lance had a Dragonite as his signature Pokemon, so why can't we do that with the trading card game? Alright, things are going pretty well. Surprisingly, he hasn't managed to knock out any of my Pokemon yet. But I'm not going to count my chickens just yet. Alright, I wish I had more Pokemon because both Snorlax and Magneton are powered up. Well, as I'm fighting the duel of my life, I want to ask, how has everybody's day been? Wow, I wasn't even paying attention, and I just realized that I had gotten the exact prize card I needed. Wait, no I didn't because... Hey! Oh, please have mercy on my poor soul. Well, mercy does not exist in Gyarados' vocabulary, I'm afraid. Oh, this could end very, very badly. I need another basic Pokemon ASAP. Alright, Body Slam paralyzes, that's a nice start. Gyarados has 100 HP. So, it's gonna take a miracle for me to KO it. I do have Magneton, but, it only has 60 HP, so odds are it won't win a head-to-head contest. But I think I might still be able to KO Gyarados in the end. If I can just get one more heads, I should be good. And where are all my basic Pokemon? I want my basic Pokemon! I got excited for pulling that Fossil Magneton from my prize area, and then I realized, oh snap! I remembered that I had already evolved my Magnemite, so that was a complete dead draw in every sense of the word. Well, thankfully, also thankfully, I've got a backup Magnemite on my bench. How excellent is that? Now, before I KO Gyarados, I want to see what Rod has on his bench. Eesh, he's got some heavy hitters. I forgot he had evolved that Charmeleon. He does have Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard, but he only has water energies, so he can't really take advantage of their stronger attacks. Although if he gets Charizard out, that won't really matter in the long run. Let's KO Gyarados with Thunder Wave, and that's one of his biggest concerns out of the picture. I am happy, and I'm also happy because I managed to pull Pikachu. Excellent, most excellent. The question is, can I power up Pikachu fast enough before Magneton gets KO'd? I'm gonna go ahead and throw Pikachu on the bench, and I'm gonna attach a lightning energy to it, because I don't know how long I can last. I'm gonna hope I can get the paralysis on this. Yes, I can! These paralysis coin tosses have been very kind to me, and that's something I did not expect to hear coming out of my mouth. And wow, this duel is going on a lot longer than I thought it would. Alright, Pikachu is fully powered up. I've got plenty of energy cards in my hand, so I don't have to worry about that department. But let's go ahead and continue using Thunder Wave. And how many heads have I gotten? Is that 4 in a row? That's gotta be some kind of record. I'm also amazed that he hasn't gotten any of his Dratinis on the bench, because he has 4 of them, and usually his bench is swarmed with Dratinis. So I am pleasantly surprised, and a little relieved at the same time. The question is, do I want Base Raichu or Fossil Raichu? I'm gonna go ahead and choose Fossil Raichu because it can attack the bench. And one more Thunder Wave and Charmeleon bites the dust. Thankfully it didn't evolve into Charizard. Zapdos, that's not gonna help me, I don't think. And now a Dratini comes out. He attaches a double colorless energy to it, but it is all for naught, because with this next attack, we will win. Snorlax and Magneton are the MVPs. Actually, no, Paralysis is the MVP of this game. That's one thing I should mention about Rod. If you can inflict status ailments on his Pokemon, that will help you tremendously. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled that off. Because things got pretty intense. What on earth? Even I, Rod, have been defeated? Wonderful! This is wonderful! Congratulations, GM Fast. You have proven yourself worthy enough to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Except, we have a problem. There is another who has defeated us. You must duel him. Well, who could that be? Of course! It's the jerk. Ronald has already inherited the legendary Pokemon cards. But Rod says that cannot be allowed, for we too have earned the right to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. That means only one thing. We have to duel to determine who is worthy of the cards. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Trading Card Game, we're going to engage Ronald in one final duel. See you guys next time.